Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Turn that down. Let me know if that's a good volume. Hello. Hello. A voice from where? Absolutely. Look at this. Our poor sub frog. Okay. Look at this guy. Who's like halfway down here. I had to adjust the numbers. It is the normal. This is the normal thing that happens after a subathon. The crash. The market crash afterward. Hello, welcome. Wrong way. Hello, welcome. Welcome back, Oz Frog Girl. Adjust this. What the fuck? The frog stalks. The frog stalks, man. All right. Take a powder. Can't believe my streamer peaked long ago. How are we all doing? Super good, I hope. As with all Sundays, we decided around like 11 o'clock to go do something. And then it gets to be like 12:30 and we're still not home. And I start to go, we have to leave now. I don't know why I do that every single Sunday. I don't know why I do that. It's very silly. To be fair, I tried to get out of the house earlier, but this is also what occurs every Sunday because understandably, everyone's limbs are filled with molasses on a Sunday, always. So, yeah, it's raining. The couch is comfortable. The dog is curled up sleeping, you know. And then your mom has the audacity to walk in and be like, hey, remember we really need to get your dance clothes today. It's just a black t-shirt and black leggings. I thought we could probably just find what we need at X store 10 minutes away. We should probably just go do that. And then you, in this case, you're Clark in this case, and then you look at me wrapped up in a blankie and go, okay, can I just have like 5 minutes? And I go, sure. Yeah, of course, no problem. And then that 5 minutes turns into 2 hours. You know, you've been there. Okay. I know what I am. I know who I am in this scenario. I am the antagonist. I am the ruiner of comfort. And to be fair, most of the time, if it's not something we have to do, I'll be like, you want to just stay home? And she'll almost always go, yeah. I think I said this before, but I went out to have food. It was part of like a parent-teacher association thing. I went out and had food with a couple of people who were setting up an event at my kids' old school. And they were all complaining about how their kids every single day, if they don't have school, they're like, what are we doing today? Where are we going? What's the plan? Where are we off to? And I was like, oh, guys, I can't relate. I can't relate. I have a child who, unless it sounds really fun, she's like, can I just stay home? Every time, dude. Such a homebody. Yeah, which is fine. Which is totally fine. But you know, occasionally we do have to leave the house. And she's not quite old enough where I can be like, I'm gonna peace out for an hour. Your dad's asleep. You're good, right? Like, the ruiner of comfort will be a demon in my next D&D game. Why? A rearrange of stuff? I don't think so. I think everything's mostly where it was. This guy keeps getting scooched around because Clark likes to come up to my office and play Minecraft with me. So we've been doing that more and more. And she always scooches this wherever in the room she'd like to be, because that's like her spot now. So this keeps getting scooched around. But everything else, I think, for the most part, is just where it's been, I think. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love it. Sam and I were discussing the partition wall, which we won't get into again because for some reason every time I talk about building this partition wall, somebody's like, have you thought about doing this instead? I have. Don't worry. Don't worry, I have. Any other options, I've thought of them. We're good, okay? We are eventually going to put a wall right here. I've already thought of it. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you're about to type, I've already thought about it, okay? Just suck it back in. Hands off the keyboard, okay? But my unsolicited DIY. But wait, you haven't heard my idea though. I have no idea what the room looks like, but trust me. To catch those of you up who haven't been here for the wall debacle before. I am in the road. We have business internet because we were really smart and moved to a farm in the middle of nowhere, which meant that our internet was garbage butthole garbage. So we had to get business internet, which yes, is very expensive. We don't need to go into how expensive, just rest assured it's a lot. And they had to put a big old thingy that's like this big, a big chunkus munkus right there in the corner. And it's loud. It's so loud. So this thing here, this white thing here, this is actually soundproof wall that I've used to try and like section it off away from myself because it's so loud. And my job is over a microphone, so you can see where the contention is, right? So we've tried a lot of things to suppress this noise without also creating a situation where it's gonna overheat. And in the end, we've decided the best idea is to just put a wall there because I already want a wall in front of me as well. I am in what we've lovingly called a long room. I'm in a long room. I'm in the attic of basically a garage on the property, and it's long. It's a long ass room. So not only am I dealing with that bullshit, but also echo. So much echo. There's just so much. And I just keep putting garbage in here thinking the garbage will absorb the noise. And it just doesn't. Not enough. Not enough. And I'm sick of the stress. So, wall. L-shaped wall, basically. Wall, and then wall. And then that's out of my life, and that's out of my life. So, so that's it. So that's the wall. And everybody always has lots of beautiful, wonderful ideas for soundproofing. I'm gonna make a wall. I'm gonna make a wall though. So. How will you decorate the wall? You know what's so sick? Is you'll never see it, so I don't have to do anything to it. I really don't have to decorate it. In fact, it would probably be best if I just put garbage all over it. I know what you're thinking. Dodger, the garbage didn't work before, as established. Putting garbage all over the place didn't work before, but what if I put garbage all over the wall? We're just looking for stuff to disrupt the sound, right? We just want stuff where those sound waves hit it and go, huh? Where am I? That's all I need. Garbage on the wall? You're not gonna know. So, put fan art on it? No. I won't be able to see past all this shit. You're not here. You're not here. You're not with me. Monitor, giant PC, little thingy for my face for VTubing, thingy for my face for right now. Too much. I can't even see over there. It's gonna be garbage, I think. I think that's the best plan. Yeah, I'll just put a bunch of shelves there for my dishes that I don't take down. Garbage wall sounds like something Jesse would love. Clean freak Jesse? Jesse? 2 showers a day? That friend? I don't think so. I think he'd walk in and go, "You're a mess. What the fuck is going on with you?" Yeah, I need to display my dishes and my garbage. Clearly. How about plants? Get some bespoke oxygen? You know what? I wasn't on board until you said bespoke oxygen. Yes, plants sound great. I would love some plants. Hello! Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Our singular cam stream, I say before being on cam again later. You know, if I collected stuffies, I really should. I should really become one of those people where the second that a person I know makes a stuffed anything, I just buy it. Because apparently that is the soundproofing. The true soundproofing. Hopefully the walled-in streamer hotbox will have enough ventilation. I have a window that completely opens up on the ceiling. I feel like Clark would steal them. She would. She would, because she's a monster. I think I told you guys about when she saw Limu's plushie and was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Can I have one?" And we were like, "Honey, they're all sold out." Full meltdown. She was so upset. And Sam messaged Limu and was like, "Hey, you don't happen to have an extra one of those that we could buy from you?" And she did. It was very sweet. But just grow mushrooms on the wall. Now we're talking. Get this room nice and humid. It's good for the electrics. That's what I hear.
Blackpink in your area?
The computer craves moisture. Always. Always. Yeah. Something water cooling. Exactly. Yeah. It makes sense. If you're a techie person like we are, it makes sense, okay? We are working on mushy plushies. We are. Yeah. Enough people have asked for it that we are working on that. You play Warframe. Is that a statement or a question? Or a demand? Is that a statement, a question, or a demand? A question. I do play Warframe. I do indeed. I've really loved the crossover of interests with the voice actor for Emmett Selk in Final Fantasy XIV doing a voice in Warframe. And people are so excited. It's such a crossover of my interests. I retweeted a thing where someone was like really excited for all of the Final Fantasy XIV players to grind out a decade of Warframe content so that they can meet the Emmett Selk character. Nice, I'll watch more of your streams now. I just, as a heads up, not saying that you shouldn't. I would love for you to come by. I do not consistently play Warframe. Just so you know. but I do play it and I do enjoy it. And I am about to play a bunch of it because they're putting out Noko, the mushroom character. Our 24-hour April Fool's goof was heavily Warframe. That's true. It was. I started putting together a list of good April Fool's goofs for the future. I miss Sportus too. Sportus was lightning in a bottle, man. Maybe Sportus should just always be around. At least when we play Warframe, Sportus should enter the chat. Yeah, we've done Maya, we've done Wilk, we've done the Warframe goof. I feel like it's just 3 years in a row now that we've gone really hard on April Fools. We need a new goof. We do. Oh no, God, my lips are peeling so bad. Not that you want to think about that, but if you're seeing like weird little guys like this, it's because my lips are peeling, man. It's that time of year. It's starting to get so dry. I was complaining about it to my child, you know, my 7-year-old, who also really wants to hear about that. I was complaining about it to my child, and she was like, yeah, but when they get dry, you just lick your lips. And I was like, but when you lick your lips, sometimes it makes them feel worse. And she had this look on her face like that scene in Scott Pilgrim, Bread Makes You Fat. She had a look on her face like, licking them makes it worse? So, we went and found the Vaseline in the house and put some Vaseline on our lips instead. Yeah, I don't know the science. I won't pretend to. But apparently, please look this up for yourself. I'm not a doctor. Supposedly, or a dermatologist. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But apparently, supposedly, saliva makes them dry up worse. Crack more? I don't know. It doesn't fix the problem. It does the opposite. Do they sell mushroom mic muffs? I feel like we could make one, right? We could just get like one of the really big ones and then just cut the foam and then paint it. We could do that. Oh God, we could do that so easily. Never used chapstick in my life, never had cracked lips. I also never used chapstick and I have cracked lips a lot, so I think it's more of a, it's a, what weather situation do you have? A gap in the market. Sure, yeah, maybe my lip genetics are just bad. Yeah. Sure. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. When the saliva evaporates, it draws moisture out of your lips with it, making the chapping worse. So just don't stop licking your lips. Here we go. This is the loophole that we needed. Just keep licking them. Just keep licking them, dude, and you'll be fine. That's true. Different people have like dry or oily. I was gonna say moist. Some people just have moist skin, you know? What are the three genders? Dry, normal, oily, right? That's gotta apply to lippies somehow too. My little brothers are terrible, but he drinks a lot of booze. That probably doesn't help, yeah. You did help with my stinkus with the antibacterial soap recommend. Sorry, that was probably loud. I'm so happy. I'm so glad. Antibacterial soap is the shit. It's great. Mm-hmm. The chapped lips sunk cost fallacy. Just keep them wet. Just keep them wet. It'll be fine. It wasn't loud, but it looked violent. My hands don't hurt, if that helps. Antibac soap, I'm interested. Yeah, I was talking about, I can't remember why. I don't remember if somebody in chat said that this was the situation they were in, or someone was talking about how they take a shower and when they get out of the shower, they feel like they immediately stink again. And I was saying something that really like changed the game for me was getting antibacterial soap because it doesn't smell super strong. It's cheap. It's pretty cheap to just get like a few bars of it. And it's specifically for killing the bacteria on your skin that makes you stinky. So like when I take a shower now, I use the bar soap, the antibacterial soap, and I scrub it all over me, specifically in the spots where I feel like I'm stinky. But I use it all over me. And then if I want like a shower gel or something that smells like bee butts, then I use that after the antibacterial soap. So I've killed the stuff that makes me stinky, and then I put the nice smelly stuff on me if I want to. A lot of times I just use antibacterial soap because I don't like taking long showers. I get bored in there. But yeah, look for antibacterial soap. If you're in the UK, it's Dettol. Dettol. Arnar! Welcome back! Thank you so much. I haven't been to one of your streams in so long. It's good to be back. My friends call you the coffee girl. Your coffee's the only coffee I order. It's so good. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you like it. And welcome back. I hope you're doing well. We're talking about armpits, normal stuff. Where do you buy bee butt soap? Anything that says honey, that's like the street term for bee butt. Dabs, I am the coffee girl. Thank you. Delighted. I'm looking jolly today. Thank you so much. The other day I went to pick up my kid from school and a guy stopped me. One of the other parents stopped me to be like, "You're just radiating joy today." And you know what's fucked up is I was in a terrible mood. I was in a bad mood, but him saying that made me go, I'm so glad. And it put me in a great mood for the rest of the day. But I was like, what energy was I giving off in my bad mood? Where he was like, that girl's got it all figured out. It was very funny. I did have a lot of fun with Koppelman. Oh my gosh. I really expected Silent Zeno, thank you very much. Welcome back. I really expected that I would hop onto the server and kind of not really know what to do. Shout out to the people on the server that are literally just there to help players. Is insane. I got there, I wandered around for a little while, and then I was like, I clearly need Pokeballs. And chat was like, you need to go to the store. So I went into the store, bought Pokeballs, and then brought out my starter Pokemon because I finally figured out how to select my starter Pokemon, and I was obsessed with it. And then the shopkeeper came out and was like, hey, are you all good? Do you need help with anything? And so they like helped me figure out everything that I should buy before I start just wandering around. Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much. And completely got me sorted, and I felt so much more like I knew what was going on. Here is the dangerous thing in that game, okay? And I did not expect this. I don't know why I didn't expect this. Here's the dangerous thing is there are Pokedexes in the game, and literally every time you see a Pokemon you've never seen before, you just hold down right click on them to scan them and add them to your Pokedex, right? So you don't have to get the Pokemon. You just have to scan them. When I tell you, I could have spent the entire time I was playing that game just trying to fill out my Pokedex, scanning Pokemon. I was like, this is the game. This is the game for me. This is it. This is the game. Also, shout out to Juniper, who was like the first person that I talked to getting onto the server. And I was like, man, if you see a Swaddloon, let me know. And within like, 20 minutes, I had a message like, hey, I got you a Swaddloon. Incredible. So I kept saying to chat, the only Pokemon I care about getting is a Swaddloon. I didn't expect it to happen that fast. I was so happy. It was so sweet. And then Summer hopped on. Summer wasn't going to play until Monday, but saw that I was playing, so hopped on, and we found our RV. They put an RV in the game for us to cook out of. We found our RV, and we went exploring, and it was very fun. It's really fun. It's a really good server. Like, lots of quality of life stuff on there. Oh, I will not evolve it. No. No, it has to stay a stinky little boy. Yeah. And yes, I got a dash bun. Is that what they're called? The little bread sausage dog. And we named it Maud because that's the name of my mother-in-law's Dashin puppy. So I'm on oh my gosh, hello, welcome. Thank you so much. Let's see. We added 1 gift sub to Godrun's gift. Oh my God, is it Valorant time already? Is it the Valorant time of year? Godrun, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Rudy, Moopy Star, Cland Ninestein, Sir Sugar Soap, and Max L Silver. And also Full Metaloid Alchemist. Welcome to the Cat Gang, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, I'm on camera. Welcome to the Cat Gang, guys. Yeehaw. Thank you so much. Welcome. Hello. Oh my goodness. More of them. Oblivious to me. Thank you so much. We've got gifted subs to Potato Clock and Giddywink and Lunas Badman, Schmapple, Ardent Slacker, Vingineer, Fishbulb, and T-Carp. Welcome to the Cat Gang, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure that you thank whoever gave you your subs. Unless it's Valorant. I don't think they care. But who knows? Who knows, really? Eggs and Mint, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Sprinkle the Lich King. Perfect. Good Valorant pull. 3 subs from Valorant. Good pull, good pull. Thank you, guys. Yeah, let's see. How's our frog doing? Not bad, not bad, not bad. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, welcome back. Hello, thank you. Hi, guys. Damber, thank you for the gifted subs to Jarhead, Elegant Meats, Ender, Blue Nuke, Teal Velvet, and DNL Kiro. Welcome. Hello. Hello. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Underlining Shadow. Welcome back as well. Thank you, guys. I think it's minimum 1 per 5, but you can get insane luck and have a whole bunch. Yeah, I remember last year, people were getting like, what, like 20 extra subs sometimes? Subpocalypse, man. It's happening so fast. Tiracata, welcome back. Thank you so much. I saw a stream yesterday where Valorant gave plus 13 on a 20. I love that. Max is 20 extra. That's so many. That's wild. Hello. Welcome back. Hi. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. Forecast Gray, thank you for gifting subs to Rainbow Wings, Fine Like Wine, Zernock, Sparkly Lines, Ace of Thorns, and Veneler. Welcome, guys. It's 1 to 100, and the chance goes up for every 5. I have no idea, to be honest. Joe Still Life, welcome back. Asher Lee, welcome back. Thank you. The pity system. The Twitch pity system. I love it. I love it. Huge fan. Ba 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 da da. Ba ba da da da. Da 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 da. I don't give subs, I give bits to make emotes big. Look at this one. Wowee! That's a real big one. And cute as well. I like your sweater. This guy? Thank you. Thanks so much. It was a gift. It was a gift from Mountain. It was a gift from the mountain. Mountain Warehouse. Wowie. Ka-chow. Hearing suspicious things outside my door. The mountain provides. It always does. It always does. Did the playlist end? It sure did. No, Peach is in the house. Unless someone opened the door, which they could have. That could be true. But also, Peach doesn't know how to walk up the stairs. So she'll never be outside of my door like, hello. You know who could be outside of my door going, hello, is Ada. The Great Dane. Ada could be out there, but I kind of doubt it. You think this is wrong? Like the sub count? Hold on. Hold! Ba 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 da ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba da ba ba. Hold on. 2,770, which is the correct number. Correct number of subscribers. Sub points, we have 2,791. You're correct. You have a turkey now? We do have turkeys. We have 2 turkeys, yes. Jelly Nyan, thank you so much. Welcome back. There's Stream Rewind for Twitch Turbo users and subscribers, I believe. They're rolling it out. It's eventually gonna come to everybody, but I guess they're like testing the system now. How big are they? If one was standing here, its head would come up to here. They're pretty big. Yeah, they're pretty big. Nothing like the geese though.
Hello, welcome back. Thank you.
They're nothing like the geese. They're huge and they're scared of everything. They keep walking into my house, and if I even remotely walk toward them, they're like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They just leave. Yeah, they also perch on the roof. That's also true. Or in the trees. Sometimes I'm walking like through our orchard area where all of the apple trees are, and one of them's just in the tree. Crazy. Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much. Happy Twitch, baby. Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much. So sorry, I shouldn't be here. What do you mean? Why do they get in? Oh, because we just leave the doors open. We're a let the clean air in family. So we just leave doors open all the time. So chickens walk in, turkeys walk in. The dog can walk in and out whenever she wants. Hello, welcome back. The cats don't bother. They just stay in the house. Oh my goodness. Hello. Welcome to the Cat Gang, guys. Thank you. Silent Zeno, thank you so much for the gifted subs. To Mad East, Robot Jack, Recomica, Arcadian, Bad Motivator, and Capybara. Grandpa Capybara. Got it. I got there in the end. You know they make screen doors. Not standard in this country, but I did know about screen doors. Thank you so much. Hello, welcome back. Hi, happy 1 year. Clean ear, disgusting. Hello, thank you so much. Welcome back. I mean, my cats have always been indoor cats, so. Sometimes Sherlock will run outside to take a big bite of grass and then run back in. Which is very silly. Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much. Yeah, just a little treat. Just a little treat for the man. Just a big old bite of grass. Love that for Sherlock. Me too. You know, whatever he needs. Whatever he needs. Do I find barfed up grass later in the house? Yes, of course. Do I find chicken poop in the house occasionally because the chickens just walk in? Yes, of course I do. And I just deal with it, you know? Hello, welcome back. Happy, oh my gosh, happy gifted sub, I guess is what I was about to say. Thanks so much, everybody. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Light Genie, thank you for gifting subs to No More Gentlemen, Proggers 100, Ren Wilden, Joe Sakura, Three Viln 355, or Evilness. That's probably what it is. Evilness and Azure. Thank you guys so much. Welcome. It would be cool and scary to be surrounded by animals all the time. Yeah, I took a video for Jesse. I also sent it to Summer, but I took a video that was basically me just walking into the living room, and there were 2 chickens and a turkey in there, and then my dog walking through barking. Like, there are animals in here that are not supposed to be here. Like, this is my life. I love it. And I do have to clean up poop. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. PZN, thank you so much for all of the gifted subs. Kerberoid, CJ Link, Bruiserweight, So Adorkable, Trigo Star, and Thunder Punch. Welcome to the Cat Gang, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Make sure you say thank you to whoever gave you your sub today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What happens when you reach the sub goal? I have a few game codes to give away. I keep having to change the goal, though, because of this apocalypse. You have plans for horses or a donkey? I had horses growing up. They are so much work. My kid keeps asking for a horse. And my response is always, go hang out with horses for a while. Go hang out with horses for a while, man. Because unless you understand the work involved, I don't want to hear no, mommy, let's get a horse. I don't want to hear that shit. There's so much work. Misha Rebo, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Welcome, guys. Hello. Let's see, who have we got here? Sarah Aces, Drig the Alchemist, Jelly Dots, MC Statler, Kuma, Ectomanum, Trademark 0000, Doc Jericho, Tooncar, Tavinia, Regnif, and Gabo Jester. Welcome to the Cat Gang, guys. Make sure you say thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thanks so much, everybody. Yeah, I was like, honey, you want to take riding lessons? Awesome. You want to see what it's like to scoop horse poop? Great. Want to join whatever 4-H is called out here? Awesome. Go for it. We are not getting a horse unless you have spent a lot of time around horses, because it was so much. It was so much work. 4-H is like agricultural club in America. If you're in 4-H, you're like doing all of the farm bullshit. Pied Piper Calls, thank you so much for all the gifted subs. Hello, welcome. Hi, guys. Thank you so much. Welcome. Helios Red, Dispel, Valdisfen, Retro Hide, Agalaz, The Hammock Production, Rithgor, Neo Keanu, Tremere, Kogo Set Sail, Santana DVX Fan, and Dexter 1999. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Cat Gang, everybody. And Chunks, thank you for gifting a sub. Welcome, guys. My father had 18 horses. It was dumb. When I was a kid, we had... How many? I can't remember. We had a lot. We had a lot of horses. And the only one that really knew how to help take care of them was my sister. But she moved out when I was like 2. My brother didn't really have an interest, so he wasn't really involved, and then he moved out for school. I was too young to like reliably help with the horses and not get hurt. And then my dad got sick. And so it was like, no one can do all of this work every day anymore. So we wound up having to auction all of them at like the local farm auction, which was so sad. But I loved having horses, but I wasn't doing the work, you know. I wasn't out there scooping poops and stuff. Brain of Brian, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Welcome to the Cat Gang, to Lunar Fortune. Scooping poop sucks. Yeah. I have now scooped a poop. I've done it now. It's rough. I scooped bison poop for 2 summers. Yikes. Bison? Here, we'll get some music back on. Horses are divas? It depends. It really depends on the horse. But if you're saying that in response to all the poop situation, I bet if they could scoop it, they would. They are not really in a position to do that. It's like complaining about scooping the litter box, right? I'm sure if your cat could flush their toilet, they would. But they can't. We are the flush. We're the flush. We're the flush system, man. We flush, you know? Oh my gosh, a hype chest. What's in there? Oh, a little slappy man. A little slappy man, apparently. What is that emote? Oh, stir the pot. It's a person stirring a pot, aka causing more problems. You'd maybe be surprised how much poopy you deal with when dealing with fish. I wouldn't think about fish poop, no. I think about fish poop with shrimp because it's part of the cleaning process, right? To take the little poopus out. I don't think about other fish pooping really, though. Or that's something you would deal with other fish. Maybe they're stirring the pot to make you a nice bowl of soup. What's everyone complaining about? Look at that guy! Clap, clap, clap! He's going for it. You gotta suck all the fish poop out of the tank every so often. We always had like thingies that like to eat that. We always just had stuff in the tank that was like, poop, dish me up. Nature's beautiful. The window cleaner fish, yeah. We would have the little snails, and we'd have the window cleaner fish, yeah. But then those things poop. You know what? Sometimes you need a little poop. You need a little bit of poop in there. Cult of the Lamb taught us this, exactly. Someone in that tank wants a big old bowl of poop. You're welcome to anybody who's eating. You are so welcome. You don't have to thank me. Who's gonna eat all this poop? Gestures. Glad I haven't made breakfast yet. Do you guys ever... It seems impossible given my profession, but do you guys ever forget about time zones? And then someone says something like, I haven't made breakfast yet. And you almost say something silly like, do you mean dinner? Do you mean lunch? And then you stop yourself because you're being a silly goose. And I'm sure they did mean breakfast because time zones are real. a.m. in Oregon. Kisses to the Oregonians. I'm in the same time zone. It's just I just woke up. Whatever meal you have after just waking up, if you call that breakfast, I actually love that. I think that should be breakfast. What time? We don't need to talk about what time it is. You just woke up. So the first meal you have is breakfast. It's breaking your fast after all. So true. When Sam wakes up and I go, hey, dinner is going to be ready in a couple minutes. Maybe I should start saying, hey, I've got your breakfast ready. Your breakfast is ready downstairs. We had such a... So my kid has really struggled with food the last couple of years, I want to say. She would eat anything, absolutely anything. And then a couple of years ago, we started really taking a steep decline in what foods she would eat. She started to get really like freaked out by certain foods. And I pushed back on it a little bit, and Sam was like, it'll be fine. Just let her figure it out, right? We'll just keep offering her food, and it's whatever, you know. And I would try to figure out what it was about the food that she didn't like anymore. Like, was it a sensory thing? Was it like it was her palate just, changing, and she just doesn't want she's like sick of certain foods or whatever. Anyways, so she's ever so slowly been adding back onto like the whole thing. One of the things that's hard with picky eaters is a lot of times if you make a big deal about a food, if you're like, please, can you take just a bite of this, please, right? It actually makes it so much worse. They're like in their brain, it becomes like, well, now I'm definitely not going to eat that thing, right? So I've been trying to go back mentally through my list of like, what are things that she ate that she liked in the past, but we haven't had in a really long time because of that, right? So I made lasagna soup for the first time in forever. And I tried to be so cash. She came in, she was like, what are you making? And I was like, oh, I'm doing lasagna soup, because last time that you said you wanted lasagna, you realized that you probably weren't going to like it because there was so much cheese on it, which I get because I also hate when lasagna has a ton of cheese. So I was like, so I thought we could do lasagna soup again because there's no cheese in it. You add the cheese if you want the cheese. And she was like, oh, okay. And walked out. And I was like, okay. My kid is 7. He's going to be 8 in April. Lasagna soup. It's all of the elements of lasagna, but with more liquid, basically. It's because a lot of times when you get pre-made, let's back up since everybody in chat's like, lasagna with no cheese. Bechamel. I never had bechamel in lasagna growing up. We never made it with bechamel. It was always ricotta. So pretty much every pre-made lasagna in the world has bechamel, and I fucking hate that shit. Turns out my kid also hates that shit. She doesn't want it. So when we make it at home, when we've made lasagna in the past at home, I've put like very minimal mozzarella on it basically, and that's it. But lasagna soup has been a winner generally because there's no cheese in the actual soup. So anyways, I was making the soup. She asked about it, she left. I was like, okay. And then she came back in to kick off and was like, you didn't even ask me what I wanted for dinner. And if you had asked, I would have told you I didn't want that. And I was like, I know. Yeah, I get that. But this is something we've eaten in the past and it's been fine. So do you think you can maybe just give it a shot? And she was like, no. Like, okay, if we both sit down with bowls and we play Uno while we have dinner, what do you think about that? And she was like, okay. Like, okay, if you don't like it, I'll just make you like plain pasta. She was like, okay. And guys, I dished that girl up. We sat down to eat. She took a bite and was like, this is so good. When you have a picky kid, that is like, oh my God, the choir is singing, right? Like, oh my God, I was so happy. I was like, I'm so glad. Thank you for trying it. And she was like, wait, this is so good. She had 2 full bowls of it and then asked if we could have it for dinner again tonight. And I was like, let's go. I was so happy because she's been complaining that her stomach hurts all the time, like the last 2 weeks. And I think it's partly stress because of the new school. But I was like, man, I think we really do. I know you don't like talking about food, but I think we do really need to be talking about like what you're eating, because if your stomach hurts all the time, either you're not getting what you need for your body to be operating properly, or you're eating too much of something that is upsetting your stomach, right? So we need balance here, man. Like, there's no bad foods, but like we need balance, you know? Like, so I was delighted. I was so proud of her. Maybe she just wants an agency of what she wants to eat. So yes, this is another one of those topics where everybody's gonna have an opinion, and that's fine. For context, any meal I make, I always make sure that something on the plate is a thing that she will easily eat, a safe food of some kind. There's always bread. Sam wants bread with every meal anyway, so there's always bread as an option. There's always a vegetable that I know she's gonna eat. If we're adding a new vegetable, I take her to the grocery store with me and say, can you pick a vegetable that you haven't had before, and we'll try it. She's really good about trying vegetables, which I'm so grateful for. It's when things are mixed together in a way that she's not familiar with, her brain freaks out. She's like, I hate that. Which is fine. I ask her every week what she'd like to eat. And we've discussed many times in the past, like, okay, at least a couple of times in the week, I'm going to make a thing that maybe you're not super excited about. And if you don't want to eat it, that's fine. You have options, right? But like, it's important for it to even just be around. Like a different food option just needs to be in her sphere, you know? Yeah, it's rough because you don't want to force food. I'm very aware that like putting too much focus on food in one way or another can cause issues like lifelong. So trying to just let her explore it while also reminding her occasionally, like, remember that this is the shit that keeps us moving, right? Like the things we eat directly affect how we feel and our energy and all of those things. And if you're not feeling well a lot, it might have to do with what we're eating, you know, and we might need to be brave and try some things to help fix that. But yeah, I was very proud of her yesterday. I think one of the things that's been helping a lot is games. If if you're not like super married to when we're at the dinner table, we're only eating. We've been playing games while eating dinner a lot. So sitting at the dinner table, but having like a card game or something. I think there's like a weird, it takes some of the pressure off. It's just like, we're just hanging out, we're playing a game, and there's also food there if you want to eat it, you know? I think it helps. I think it helps like relax the whole situation, you know? Anyway, lasagna soup's great. Those of you who are naysaying in chat, okay? Lasagna soup's great. It is so easy. It's just pasta sauce and then broth. And then if you want meat in it, you can, you know, cook up some ground beef or whatever. Do lentils, whatever you want. I fry onions and put them in there. Whatever you would do in your sauce for lasagna, just have it more watery, more like soup, okay? Get it perking for a little bit, and then I can't remember what they're called, but they're basically like they're like tiny lasagnas, because I got sick of the part of the process where you take the lasagna sheets and you snap them up into bite-sized pieces. I don't fuck with that anymore. I don't like doing that. So I just they're little pastas that are just like tiny. They're like tiny lasagnas, basically. Tiny lasagna shapes. Dump those in and let them cook in the sauce. And then dish that shit up. And then if you want Parmesan, mozzarella, I mix ricotta with spinach. Again, that's how my parents made lasagna. Is ricotta and spinach together as one of the layers. So I mix those together and then just plop that on top, like sour cream on chili, and then just mix it in. It's great. It's easy. This is making me hungry. It's just called lasagna soup because because remember, lasagna is the pasta. It's not the actual dish. Lasagna is so the soup normally is like a meat sauce, and then you snap the lasagna sheets into small bits and put them in the soup. Lasagna soup. Yeah, and you know, I honestly think something that would help is and I don't have an adult child, but I do think something that helps is early on saying to yourself, you know what, if my sweet child continues to be picky, they'll just have to learn to cook for themselves. You know? The important thing is that they don't expect someone to like constantly accommodate them for that. They need to be able to provide their own food, whatever it is that they will eat. They need to be comfortable with the fact that they might not always get invited to dinner with people, or when they do, there might not be anything that they will eat on the menu, you know? Like that's stuff that as an adult, they can come to terms with, you know? My mom got there with my sister once she was a little older. She had to make her own dinner if she didn't like what was served. Yeah, we've gotten to the point where if Clark knows about a meal, or worse yet, if she specifically asks for something for dinner and we make it, and then she's like, actually, I don't want this. At this point now, I'm like, okay, what are you gonna make yourself then? because I made this, the thing you asked for, I made that, so you can eat that. Or if you want to make something else for yourself, that's fine. But I'm not doing a different thing. You know, like that's not happening. This doesn't come off wrong. It's a very weird, whiplashy, fascinating feeling remembering and knowing the phases of a child who has nothing to do with you from people you watch on the internet. It's not weird that you talk about her. It's a unique circumstance having watched you for 10 plus years. Yeah, I was talking with chat like a month ago or something about how I do think I need to start talking about her less. You know, she's about to be 8 years old. I think her business and her life should be her business and her life, you know? And it's easy enough for me to say, well, I can just specifically talk about parenting stuff or like things we're struggling with, things I'm struggling with as a parent. But it is hard to separate those two. They naturally drift into each other. It very naturally drifts into, I'm having an issue with this because let me tell you this whole goddamn story, right? And I do think I need to pull back from talking about her as much. It's hard because she's such a huge part of my life and I am a yapper. But I do want to make an effort to talk about her less and give her the privacy she deserves, you know? I didn't know you streamed until this year. I watch your videos every day. It feels like when I was in high school. It's whiplash that I'm watching you at almost 31 and you have a kid now. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, welcome back. Yeah, I stream almost every day. So... But that, you not realizing that I streamed, you're not alone. That was completely a me problem. I don't know how many years now I've had the exact same conversation with Amariel, our community manager, where he's been like, you should, I don't know, make a video where you tell everybody that you're on Twitch. You should maybe make a video where you tell people that you stream. Maybe, I don't know. Who am I? What do I know? And I just kept not doing it because the longer that I didn't make a video on Press Heart, the weirder it felt to make one, you know? So I just didn't, but I should have, because we get people in here all the time. They're like, oh my God, how long have you been streaming? Oh, Silver Pros, thank you for gifting a sub to Existential Girl. That's very sweet. I was just thinking, where the hell did Dodger go? I miss her. I'm here. I'm here. We did it. Whoa, whoa, Nachos, thank you so much. Hello, welcome everybody. Nachos, thank you for the gifted subs too. Antimatter, Not a Machine, Sun Placeholder, Scared Chimera, Entok, Vakrin, Dakusoru, Rentazilla, Dovins V, Egyptian Joe, Mathistopheles, Ash, Celeste Lucia, and Level 99 Bachelor. Thank you so much. Welcome, gang. Make sure if you were gifted a sub that you say thank you. Dodger was great. I miss her. I wonder what she's doing. Wait. Guys? Hello? Knocks on the glass. Hey! Hello? Billy? I'm gonna get naked and take a shower. That was a really niche reference. I'm so sorry. Like really. It's like a really old comedy special where the guy's talking about how funny the setup of a lot of horror movies are. Like there's always that person who's like, I don't know where anybody is, but I'm gonna go take a shower. Billy? This mushroom person has such a familiar voice. Slaps. Guys! Mentioned your VTubing in one of my Discord VTube channels. It became a big old Dodger fan meeting pretty fast. That's so sweet. That's so crazy. I will never forget my niece, who's an adult now, but I'll never forget my niece talking about being in like a YouTuber fan club in high school and being like, yeah, my aunt is Dodger. And they were like, no, she's not. I know, my poor niece. It's my uncle runs Nintendo sort of thing. When Sam took a bath in Until Dawn, she knew where everyone was. She was just sick of dealing with their shit, which is so real and makes so much sense given the group of people in that house. My God. Yeah. Sam and I were talking about what we're gonna do if there's ever a like parents come in and talk about their career thing. Because you bet your bottom dollar my kid's gonna want us to do that. What's the problem? The problem is 27 and 8-year-olds asking me if I know what Skibbity Toilet is. She'll be so mad if I go up there and I'm like, hey everybody, yeah, I own a successful coffee company based in Nebraska in the United States. She'll be like, boo, not that one. Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much. Heckled by your own kid. Yeah, for sure. Not that one. Boo. No, my favorite is when it comes up that I'm a streamer with a kid and they go, I have a YouTube channel. Do you want to see it? Every time. Do you subscribe to those kids? I do not, no. Back in my day, we hid our YouTube channels from everyone. I know, man. The times have truly changed. The times have truly changed. I will never forget my best friend at the time when I first started making YouTube videos. Found one of my videos, watched it, and immediately turned it off. And she was like, I found one of your videos. I was like, oh. And she was like, yeah, it grossed me out. She was like, I hated it. I turned it off. Because if you'll recall, my first videos, I sort of like put on a really nice, like, hi everybody, welcome to my channel, you know, sort of thing. And she was like, who the fuck is that? Like, that's not my friend. So she turned it off. And I was like, good feedback. That's good feedback. Welcome back. Thank you so much. Yeah, she had a point. She was very real, and I always appreciated that. It's like, I don't like this. Who is that guy? That's a bit harsh. Not for her. It was very on brand. I usually wind up with sort of brutally honest people as my like really close friends. I always really appreciate that in a person, just the ability to look me in the eye and be like, what are you doing? You know, like it's really comforting to me because I think having somebody who at the same time can be like, this thing you're doing is fucking weird and I don't like it, but also, yes, you are still my best friend and I adore you. Having people in your life where both of those things are true occasionally is really important, I think. Because it forces your brain to stop associating mistakes with like, the world is ending, this friendship is over, this person hates me, because they're not the same thing, right? Not saying that my YouTube channel was a mistake, just saying like, this friendship that I had with this person, she was able to be like, it fucking weirded me out watching that video because that's not how you behave in real life. So I didn't watch it. I could take that and be like, right, that totally makes sense, you know? A long time ago, a friend of mine was watching my apartment when I went out of town. And when I went out of town, I accidentally left out some food. And she was like, bro, you have cats. You can't just leave out food to get nasty while you're in another country doing God knows what. You have to like get rid of all of that shit. That is dangerous for your cats. And I was like, that's so fair. You're absolutely right. And I think about that every time I leave town now. Like, is everything put away? Is everything clean? Because that was true. That was real feedback. You know, that was like, don't do that. You have animals. Very fair. A very fair thing to call me out on. Yeah. I appreciate that in people. And I can find it funny in situations like, yeah, I found your YouTube channel. It fucking creeped me out. Because I still look back on that and it makes me laugh. Like, that's such a funny response. Like, yeah, apparently your YouTube channel is doing really well or whatever. Too bad I'll never know because I'm never watching it again. Oh, fuck. Anyways. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to leave this up this whole time. Bye, sir. It must have been like an uncanny valley experience. Yeah. You know a person, you see them in, and this happens all the time, right? You see them in a situation that is so different from how you're used to engaging with them. It would be like going to school with somebody and then being like, I'm gonna go get some froyo, and walking in and the person behind the counter using customer service voice is your friend that you see at school. And you're like, ew. Don't talk to me like that. You know? Like seeing a teacher at the store. Yeah. You mean you don't live at school? Which, by the way, I don't think is a very universal experience anymore. Clark loves seeing her teachers out in the wild. It is not weird to her at all. But I feel like when I was younger, and all of my friends would say this too, that it was always weird to like see your teacher like at the grocery store, like you're saying. Bro, my kid has seen a couple of her teachers just out in the wild and is always like, oh my gosh, like it's so excited to see them. We went to get a pastry. There's like a little hole in the wall place that's near our local library. We were like, let's go get a pastry. And we walked in and it was her teacher at the time with like 4 of her friends just hanging out, having a coffee. And Clark went over there and like talked to them for a long time. And I was like, honey, honey, come here. Just let them hang out. She's with her friends. Just let them hang out and have a coffee. That's fair. She does like to talk to people. I would say our family is kind of a gradient. Sam, you could leave Sam alone for a long time before he's like, I miss people, I'm lonely, right? Like he's good. he's fine on his own. He needs lots of alone time. I'm in the middle. I really like people. I enjoy people a lot. I need alone time for sure. And I like just being alone, but I really enjoy social situations for like a certain amount of time, you know. Clark loves to be home. She's a homebody. We've already established this earlier in the stream. She loves to be home. She loves to be chilling. But if she's in a social situation, she is talking to everyone. She's friends with everyone. She has a story to tell to everybody, you know? So I feel like we're kind of a gradient. We all appreciate home chillin' time. We all like to be home. And in a social situation, Sam, oddly enough, actually, now that I'm saying this, in a social situation, I talk to people the least, for sure. Sam masks immediately. The second he's around people, he's like, well, time to turn on social Sam. And he talks to everybody, and then he crashes bad by the time we're going home. Clark just enjoys talking to everybody. Yeah, it always throws me. The way that Sam is able to do that, because he will be like exhausted in the car, staring off into space, and the second we get somewhere where we have to talk to people, he's making sure he says hi to everybody. He's making sure everybody has a drink. He's chatting with everyone. You know, he's doing the whole thing. But it's definitely, it's like, it's the social mask that he has to put on to like operate normally in that situation. And then the second we're back in the car, he's like, I cannot wait to be alone for the rest of the day, you know? And I think it's helpful for him to be able to do that. But, you know, fortunately, he's in a family situation where I see that for what it is. And I know that when we're done here, he's going to need to shut down for a little bit, you know? I call it my human costume. That's very cute. My human Sona. It's such a stark difference seeing Sam now and remembering all the extroverted jobs he did. Yeah. And he operates great at them. But I think mentally it was exhausting for him to have those jobs. I started to read Baby Love Science books to nephew number 2. That was your recommendation like 4 years ago. Thanks for that. Yeah, we still have those books. I still love those books. She doesn't read them anymore, but she's attached to them enough that she doesn't want to get rid of them. Ba 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 ba. Man, I don't know. I'm looking around for something else to throw. I gift those books at baby showers. They're good books. They're good books. My Uncrustable hack. To make a bunch of Uncrustables and put them in the freezer, or a different thing? I'm a fighter man tonight. Yeah, we still do that. I'm so glad that's helpful. It's very helpful for us. It's summer. I love that guy. He's a little. Welcome back, Summer. I'm a vitamin. Yeah. Go on. Next, what's the next lyric? I have no idea what the song is called. But it's this, people are using it in a lot of memes. I'm breaking dishes up in here all night. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a Rihanna song. I'm a biter man. I'm a biter man. Is it literally called Breaking Dishes? There you go. Yo, Ardar, thank you so much. Welcome. Hello, guys. Let's see. Goodness gracious. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Biscuits, Bloodstrife, Novaries. Novaries is such a good name. Samuel MC, Iconically, Z-Man 982, Mango Mutiny, Infinex Infinity, Honey Please, Nilful, Stud Brain, Over the Top Poet, The Yelling Horn, and Black Dynamite Fan. Welcome, guys. Make sure you say thank you. Yeah, it's been cool watching, and not even just my kid, but like the group of kids that my kid is around and like doing stuff with. It's been really cool watching them, the ones that are really into like music and performing and stuff. Like they just get, the more that they do it, they get more and more and more confident. It's really cool. It's fun. Does she bite a man in the music video? Well, it's not bite a man aren't the actual lyrics. I wish though. It's a song about her being pissed at her partner at the time. Because she thinks he might be cheating, but she's not sure. And she's just mad and she just wants to fight somebody. So the song's just about her trying to cause enough trouble that she starts a fight with someone. But my favorite is because in the song it's I'm a fighter man, I'm a fighter man, a man, a man, a man. So some people have been just taking that chunk to be like, look at this man, right? To just like take a character, something that they really like, and just use that part. But it's because the song is not saying that man is good. She wants to fight that man, but that's not how they use it. Anyway, it's good. A classic. Misappropriated lyrics. Yeah. Tale as old as time. Oh, goodness gracious. Um, I loved on Friday doing all of the fan art and stuff. I think that was great. We should do that every Friday. We went through the recent like fan art and we watched a bunch of clips. It was good. It was so fun. Rihanna has been around forever. That's true. I too was 18 when that song came out. Oh my goodness. Ah. I watched the vid because I work on Fridays. No, I'm sorry. Betrayed you. My kid asked if she could watch something on my phone, and I realized that I've finally just naturally deleted everything on my phone that you could possibly watch something on. I was like, I don't have anything. For a while there, I still had Netflix. I still had Netflix on there. Um, and everything else had been deleted. And then I deleted Netflix because I needed, I think, a bank app for something. And I was like, well, I'll just delete Netflix. And she was like, can I watch something? And I was like, maybe. I don't know if there's anything on here you can watch with, though. And there was not. Oh, yeah. Summer, remember forever ago when I deleted TikTok? I just never re downloaded it. I never re downloaded it. I just don't have it anymore. I don't see them. I don't see them. Or if they're really good, just send them to me on Discord. So we're sending stuff into the void. I know. I feel bad. There's an AU Dodger that's seeing all of them. I need to go through my iCloud and delete almost everything. The reason that I can't download anything onto my phone is because it's all pictures and I don't trust the cloud. So every time it's like, do you want us to back this stuff up? I'm like, no. No, I don't. And then it goes, but where were you going to put it? And I go, I'll figure it out. And then I don't. And now it's just in there. So I was like, I need to go old school and just get one of those brick hard drives like I used to have back in the day. And that's just where I dump all my pictures. Stream yourself going through them to her. We just hop on a call and Summer's like, great, now that you're here. Screen shares. Yeah, my screen is fucked. My screen's fucked up. I've got no room. And the camera barely works. And Sam keeps being like, get a new phone maybe. And I'm like, but we used our new phone upgrades to get like earlier gen iPhones for VTubing. So I'm like, I would have to just flat out buy a new phone. And this one is still operating. So I keep looking at those phones that are like, I don't know what the term would be. I don't think open source is the right word. But ones that like how phones used to be back in the day, where there's like a memory slot and stuff in them. Like, I feel like I would love that. Broken boiler, broken phone. Yeah. I can make it worse. My Wellington boots, it's rainy season now. My Wellington boots, the sole of them has completely detached. So if I'm using them in the actual rain, my socks get soaked. And I'm like, I just need to get the shoe glue stuff and just reattach the sole, and then it'll all be fixed. Yeah, the wellies. Then what use are they? You found it. The point of it. Fashion? Yeah, my black wellies are really pulling in bitches. Buy some new wellies. Or I could just glue the sole back onto the other ones. Flex Seal. That's the shit. This is my, I know exactly where this comes from. This is my grandpa. He's in there somewhere. This is my grandpa in there somewhere. The one who would make his own paint, because why would he bother buying paint when he could just make his own paint? That guy. He crawls out of me sometimes. I don't like, if there's something that I know I can fix, I don't like buying a new one of it. Because I think to myself, I think of myself. I don't know how I just said that. Because I think to myself, I can fix it. Wouldn't it be better to just fix the thing I already have? And I do think that's true. But I think there's a point that you need to learn how to identify, which is like, this thing isn't worth saving anymore. You know? If I flex seal these shoes and it doesn't fix the problem and my socks are still getting soaked, then I will say, okay, clearly these shoes just suck and I will get better ones. But I haven't even tried yet, guys. I do think that's another problem, is that not to soapbox, but yeah, modern things aren't built to last. They're built to be thrown away and then buy a new one, you know. So it makes it harder to fix a thing. My problem is I can do most things and I simply don't have time. So it ends up never happening. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I know how to do. There are a lot of things that I know how to do. So. How long have you had the boots? They were not expensive. They were not expensive. I've had them maybe 4 years. Something like that. And the sole came off last autumn. Or started detaching last autumn. My socks started getting wet last autumn. Are there expensive wellies? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they do feel different. They do feel thicker. Light bulbs last more than they used to, at least. Is that true? That's a nice bit of info. LED lights. Oh, I see. Well, there you go. All right, gang. We've come to the top of the hour. That's it. That's it. We did it. Time for me to go hang out with my family. And then I will be on Sunforged later. If any of you guys want to watch that, it's a D&D show. Joe Fudge is our DM. It's a good crew. It's me and Sam and Tomato and Brie Bun and Shane Hawk and OLG. It's sort of like a dark fantasy D&D game. So if you're looking for something to watch later, you could come watch that. Thank you so much for all of the gifted subs today. Hot dog. So many gifted. Thank you so much to Valorant for the extra subs. But in the meantime, oh, welcome back. In the meantime, let me read off the activity feed. And also, we'll open up Raid Leader if anybody wants to snag that. Okay, Fedori, thank you for the 69 months. PZN for the 104, Ozfrog Girl for the 50, Sir Chunks for the gifted sub, Arnar Bjorns for the 118, Silent Zeno for the 108, Rikuchiki for the 56, Godrun, Oblivious to Me, Eggs and Mint, Tamber Majoran, Forecast Gray, thank you so much for all of the gifted subs. Terracotta, thank you for the 21. Joe Still Life for the 2, Asher Lee for the 109, Jolly Nyan for the the 6. Yes, Stella Shine for the 21. Hold Your Nose, Smithers. Thank you for the 9. Happy Twitch, baby. Adrolian, thank you for the 53. Zetsume Ikari for the 15. Silent Zeno and Mighty Deacon, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Lottie for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. Ori for now for the 50. Sour Chuck for the 30. Light Genie and PZN. Misharibo, Pied Piper Calls, Sir Chunks, Silver Pros. Thank you so much for the gifted subs, everybody. Oh my goodness. Brain of Brian, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Red Rebel, thank you for the 2. Dr. Jazzfist for the 95. Jahom for the 57. Summer for the 53. Arnar for the gifted subs. Boxa and Silver Pros, thank you for more gifted subs right at the end here. Thank you so much, guys. Fatal for All, thank you for the 115. And Loey for the 71. Thank you, guys. Whoa. Big drops. How's he looking? Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. We're subbing up. We're subbing up, guys. Nayla, let's see. Nayla is playing Elden Ring. Yeah. Go say hi. Spread love and joy. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. We'll be cam off again. Back to Mushy. Return to Mushy on Monday. I think we're gonna play a little bit more Agatha Christie as well as lots of Cobblemon this next week. So we'll be playing with Summer and a bunch of other VTubers and things. So if you guys are interested in that, that's what I'll be doing. But otherwise, take care of yourselves, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.